All right, you see? You guys just pissed off my bird. Here is where I keep my African gray. So these are my grays. I have two. I have Gabrielle, who's actually in the cage right now. She's a 1.5-year-old African gray parrot. And I have Maxwell right at the top of the cage here. He's also a 1.5-year-old African gray parrot. And they've been paired together since they were about 3 months old. I have them in an A&E double macaw cage, 6 foot wide, roughly 5, what do you think it looks like? 5.5 feet? 6 foot tall, 6 foot wide. I have to get the exact dimensions, guys, but it's a great cage for them. They absolutely love it. Haven't seen too much flying in the cage, but I do understand most of the time, a lot of breeders say you have to have a cage the size of a bedroom to really get African grays to fly from perch to perch. The way I have it set up here is it's got 4 different bowls, so I try to switch it up. One bowl I like to use for their pellets, one bowl I like to use for their seed, one bowl I like to use for their fruit. But one thing about their fruit, I like to put their fruit at the bottom of the cage. So what I would do is I take this bowl right here, I'd put their fruit or vegetable inside there, and I'll put it right at the bottom for them to come down and feed. Just so I can switch things up. They're not always going to the bowl right on the side. They have to actually crawl down and dig into that fruit and vegetable. But they like the flow, I like the flow, so let's go. One thing about this cage though, A&E double macaw cage. A&E is a great partner of the channel. If I get 1 million views on this video, I'm gonna give away a double macaw cage right out of my pocket. Like and subscribe, do all that you can, get this video to 1 million views, and I'm gonna give one of these cages away. Now you got the people, they're gonna say, hey, birds shouldn't be in cages. Guys, of course, the best place for these birds is in the wild, but if we're gonna keep them as pets, we have to do our best to contain them, keep them safe, happy and healthy. So therefore a cage is a part of that balance. As for toys, I've got this beehive toy here. The reason why I like this toy is you're able to put nuts, you're able to put treats inside of the toy and they have to dig it out themselves. As you can see, they've done significant work on there, digging out their treats and fruits and whatever the case I put in there. It's good stuff. You got my pencil here. Maxwell actually likes to hang on it like a wild animal, but he is a wild animal. So that's that. As for the purchase here, we've got 2 dowels. Everybody hates the dowels, but I mean, if you have 1 or 2, it's not a big deal as long as you have variation in the size, because no one wants to hold their hand in the same position all day long. So you want to get at least 3 different sizes. And I like to have this rope perch here because it gives some flexibility. It's not too hard. They have the ability to destroy it. They can't get their nails caught in this as easily as they can with a cotton rope. So I like this hard rope. This is actually some kind of, I have to figure out the exact type, but I got it from the Gabriel Foundation store. It's a special type of rope. I'll put it in the link below. I'm not gonna get scientific about it, but you guys get the point. We also have a, what do you call this perch? So many different names. Is it Bonzania? I don't know. Maxwell, do you know? Guys, it's a hardwood perch. I'll put that in the link below as well. We've got this stainless steel toy. It's literally indestructible. Guys, I want to have my birds able to destroy their toys, but they like it. It's stainless steel. They swing on it. They play with these balls. And hey, if they want to play with balls during their time, during their day, it's what they want to do. I don't know. I also got a toy back here. It's actually time to remove this toy because they've pretty much destroyed it all. So let's take that out. And guys, that's why it's so important to monitor your bird cages, monitor your toys every day, because sometimes toys can turn into a hazard as they get destroyed. And Gabrielle just tried to bite me on my shoulder, and that's a good time to plug in. Get yourself a Bird Nerd shirt. Oh my gosh, these shirts are amazing. Actually, they're not shirts, they're sweaters, and it's fall time. And in the fall, you all need to stay warm. And if you need to stay warm, join the swarm and get yourself a sweater like the African Gray Journal. Guys, we're all bird nerds in some way. And if you've reached this minute in the video, you're definitely a bird nerd, because why else would you watch a video of a guy talking about his birds unless you're a bird nerd? So if you don't have yours, go ahead and get it. If we get to 1 million views, I'm giving away one of these cages. No problem at all. Right from my salary. Guys, I don't do this full time. We got 20,000 subscribers, not 20 million. Guys, I still work a job. So I'm gonna take the money out of my paycheck and buy someone, sorry Maxwell, buy someone a double macaw cage from A&E Cage Company. Good friend of the channel. I love the brand, I love what they're doing. John is doing great things over there. Shout out to you, John. Now, so this actually was a cube. If you guys watched my video when I spent $1,000 at our friend's Parrot Stars, I got this toy which was a cube. It was about this big and they destroyed it down to a beautiful art piece, and we'll see if Maxwell wants to take a little gander at that. Well, Maxwell says it's still got a little bit of life in it. So we may figure out how we can repurpose this toy. Then I'll show you guys how I repurpose toys. I repurpose. People talk about you gotta have brand new toys. Mark, why are your toys so old? Look at this old toy over here. People tell me, look at this old toy. Mark, when are you gonna replace that toy? The birds love it. I'll tell you, the birds love it. And one thing about toys, they don't know if it's, they can't tell the difference between a $1,000 toy and a $10 toy. They just know one word, and it's destroy. So let's stop playing that game, guys. Don't let people bully you into having to buy new stuff. I've got YouTubers scrubbing their cage before they turn on the video. Birds poop. I'm not gonna clean before I make a video, guys. Maxwell likes a toy. She likes a toy. We're gonna repurpose this toy and we're gonna put it in my toy bin. And that's my monkey pod back there. Look at that monkey pod. Aren't you the greatest? What you would do with a monkey pod, and I don't know if you guys have monkey pods at home, you go ahead and fill your monkey pod with stuff and then put some treats in there and let them play with that monkey pod. My good friend Jason Crean sells them. Fill your monkey pod with whatever you want to fill it with, as long as it's bird safe. Now guys, I told you I reuse my toys. I want to show you where I reuse my toys. I want to show you my reuse bin. It's got a bunch of stuff. I can make stuff with this. You take a piece of leather, you can connect these things. I've got wooden balls. I've got wooden this. I can make stuff out of this and the birds absolutely love it. So guys, this isn't a toy making video, but I'll make another video on how I repurpose toys, put them together, and let the birds enjoy them. We've got a little bit of everything. Maxwell's getting excited here. Maybe he wants one of these things. You want one of these? He's not feeling it. All right, cool. What else is in this room of mine? Again, A&E, love A&E. We've got some toys here. Guys, if your bird toys aren't being destroyed, as the great Tony Silva says, if you put the toy in a cage and the birds don't touch it, it's furniture. And that's exactly what it is. So everyone with your fancy toys that aren't destroyed, it's furniture, as the great Tony Silva said. Birds don't need furniture, they need something to destroy. It's not enrichment if they don't enrich themselves with it. Okay guys, what else do we have here? I've got my Reolink track mix. Guys, you know I'm always watching my birds, even when I'm at work. I should be working. This is how I keep my eyes on my birds. Shout out to Reolink track mix. How are you cleaning the air? African grays, they have so much dust. Now, I will say before this video, I washed this to get the dust off because that's the people are gonna say my air filter is so dusty. But then I said it's an air filter, it's supposed to be dusty, it's what it does. Guys, this is the Austin Air. And guys, I'm not talking about sponsors. I'm just showing you what I have. I'm not saying this is our sponsored Austin Air. I have never met Austin, don't know him. Sounds like a good guy, but I don't know Austin. But I bought the Austin Air, best air filter I've ever had. I've been using the Austin Air since 2017. Never heard from Austin, he's never called me. That's that. Cleans my air efficiently. I use my vacuum to clean it every day, just getting off the bird feathers and stuff that accumulates. And guys, if you look on top of my Austin, you guys come over and look. I've got some feathers here, African gray feathers that have fallen naturally. Guys, I've got a friend out in Florida. He makes hats, so I send him the feathers that fall off from their tail feathers once a year, and he loves them. So I keep them just for him. Now, if you guys have African grays and you know someone that likes to make certain ornaments or hats, give them to them, sell them to them, whatever works for you. You know what? Someone actually in the comments last week said, you're a horrible person selling feathers and exploiting your parrots. I'm not exploiting my parrots. My parrots are exploiting me. I might make 50 bucks a year off of feathers, but these guys cost me thousands. That's not a good exploitation. Exploitation doesn't work that way. But guys, that's what I said. I've got the Austin Air. I want to keep going. I want to show you guys more. Come on. Seed can be a nutritious part of the diet if fed in moderation. Moderation is the key. I'm not talking 100% of the diet being seed, but a small piece. 5%, 10%, it's not a crazy issue. So guys, we've got to relax a little bit. Oh, look, he's hanging on that pole. In moderation, seed is fine. We also have our pellets. Now guys, What I'm learning as a bird keeper, experimentation, trying different things, working with different brands, experimenting. So you guys, you know I love my tops, but we've also been experimenting with a few other different things, and we just want to encourage and put as much diversity as we can in my parrot's diet. So I've been mixing and matching and flipping and tumbling, and the birds, quite frankly, they're enjoying it. So we'll get back to it. And you also know, guys, it's so important to spray your grays. Oh my gosh, holy moly, Lord. That's all we got for them. We'll be here all day long. And my wife is recording. She doesn't have time to watch me spray and dance with the birds all day long, but I know you like that. This is my toy hole, my toy cubby. You guys are gonna say, oh, he just bought those toys just for this video. He's such an exploiter. Check out my video where I spent $1,000 at Parrot Stars. We still have 4 toys left from that haul, and you guys are gonna help me figure out which toy I'm gonna give them tomorrow. I need you to tell me. We're gonna pull some things out, and you guys let me know what it's gonna be. Quickly, we got this one. This one is a wild one. A little dreidel thingy. This is made by Preview Hendrix. I was calling them Purview for like 20 years, and I found that it was Preview. Sorry, Hendrix, apologize. Next, we've got this wacky boy. This is a wild one. We got a lot of different things for them to play with here. Maxwell has moved. He's no longer comfortable now that I'm pulling out all these different toys. He's not feeling it. Okay, back to it. As I said, guys, like and subscribe. If I get 1 million views on this video, I'm giving away a double macaw cage right from my salary, just because that's how I am. Okay, we've also got a little hula hoop. Holy moly. All right, we got one of these things. All right, you see? You guys just pissed off my bird. I try to show you a few things. I give you an inch, you take a mile. You guys just pissed off my, wow. I'm so sorry, Gabrielle. I'll put it down. Next. Whoa, this one's a heavy one. And guys, we've got a simple one. Hang that from the cage. A little simple soft wood, they can destroy that. Very nice, very nice. Who else has a toy pile like this? Am I the only one with a toy pile? And also, guys, you know Christmas is coming. And for Christmas, we've got the African gray ornament. I'll hang it on my tree like an eagle on a perch. Am I the only one in the world with the African gray ornament? Now, guys, I'm not selling this ornament. This is actually mine. I got it from Parrot Stars. They got a few artists that they work with. But if you want something African gray inspired, why don't you just go ahead and get yourself a bird nerd sweater that I have. I'll be wearing it every day until Christmas Day. And if you're not wearing yours, do you like birds? Like I said, if I get 1 million views, I'm just gonna give one of these cages away. All right? So also we got a platform perch. Woo! I can't wait to put that in. That's gonna be pretty cool. Birds are gonna like that. And that counts as just another way for them to rest their feet, exercise their feet, just so their foot is not always like this all day long. What else do we have here? Got some treats. You know what, guys? Seriously, I got this toy. I mean, it's really a foraging toy. You put foraging items in there and then you let them interact with it. I never used it. You know, everyone has that toy where they're hesitant to give it to their bird and they just constantly forget about it. Okay, put it in the back, forget about it some more. Also got some stuff here, even something like this. This is a toy. I can put some leather on this and have it hanging and they'll just grab it and rip it and tear it and chew on it. Just be creative. You don't have to buy 1,000 toys. Just find a way to employ what you already have. Isn't that right, Maxwell and Gabrielle? Good. Guys, also, what do I have here? If you're feeding pellets, I use this. And how do I use it? When your birds eat pellets, it creates dust. Dust comes off of the pellets. I, every day, put the cup inside of here, sift it, get all that dust out, and then put it back in. Excellent. Also, always have your quick stop. You never know, things happen, blood happens, blood starts coming out. This is great for the fingernails and stuff like that. So if you're clipping nails, you hit the blood vessel, you can go ahead and clot that with this quick stop powder. Okay, guys, I've also got a radio. Play it for them not too often. It's more of just enrichment. Oh, look at them, they're getting together. What are you guys talking about? Trying to shoot a video. Now we're gonna put these toys back. Don't complicate your bird keeping. There's a lot of people online that are gonna tell you you have to do this, have to do that. Take bits and pieces from everyone and do what works for you and the birds. I'm gonna spray the birds. Should I use electric or manual?
Faster.
Faster. I'm singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain. I'm happy again because I'm singing. He doesn't like the electric one today. We're gonna go manual. You are a star. You know who you are. If you know I'm happy, you will get flappy. Take care of your birds, guys. Whoa! If you fly, or maybe Frank Sinatra. Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on. You gotta be happy, beautiful and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Why don't you fill my heart with song? Let me sing forevermore. 1 million views. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. This is the African Gray Journal, and we'll see you next week. And don't forget, get yourself a bird nerd sweater, take care of your birds, and if we get to 1 million views, I'm gonna give away one of these cages. It's giving season. It's Thanksgiving coming up. We've got Christmas, the season of giving. Guys, let's just give. Fly me to the moon. Let me play amongst the stars.